Hello and welcome back to Nonconformity Company. We're on day 40 today, bit windy, so I'm seeking refuge in the shed partially. So today I want to expand a bit more on LifeMaster because this month we're launching new projects. We just launched Nonco AI, then Nonco AI Tools, Nonco AI, Keeping Up with AI, newsletter just with 9 simple bullet points of things that are going on, tools that are available. Managed to fix the tools yesterday, and yeah, still experimenting with 2 of them, but one of them I fixed, and then something else didn't work. But then this morning it had sorted them all and emailed me that they'd done them all. So I think as far as the help center, it was some processing power lackage or something like that. So yeah, there are always these things that come up with these tools. So that's why we're testing them all, so we can then vouch for the best one for you to use. And the one I'm using is really good. So yeah, should be some more snappy videos coming out today. And then yeah, so today we're not going to launch something new. We're going to expand on LifeMaster. So this month it's launching new things still, but then expanding on the LifeMaster brand, which kind of threads through everything that we're doing. Because in order to change your life, you need to change, what you're doing. To change your future, you need to start changing today. How we spend our lives is, of course, how we spend our days. I love that phrase because it's like, if you look at your life and you're not happy with it, then the overall life is just made up of how you're spending those days. So how do you change your life? You change your days. It's really simple. So I mean, it's simple in theory, but in practice, yeah, it's hard, and that's what LifeMaster's about. It's a bit of a journey. So, in order to educate effectively, I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to you here. What I'm trying to do with LifeMaster, and also advice to you to starting businesses. If you've been around a while, if you've had a job for a while, if you've had some life experiences, you know how to do certain things. So what I advise you is to start stepping back and looking at your experiences, looking at your passions, looking at your knowledge and wisdom, and start packaging that into bites of knowledge, courses, talks, videos. Just start thinking about it. You can just write it down personally if you want to start with, but just start thinking, what do I know? What am I good at? What could I offer to other people? What can I give? Who can I help? What can I make changes in other people's lives or other groups of people from who I am and where I am today and where I've come from? Once you start to think like that, you then start to open up different opportunities and possibilities. Obviously, with Nonco, we are showing you how you can then channel that into many different business models. And then you could choose a couple of them, go forward with them. But for now, you can do it personally. Just try and wake up in the morning, especially that first 5 minutes is vital. Wake up every morning, and for the first 5 minutes, notice what you were going to do and don't do it. Observe what you were going to do, what you always do, and break that habit of being yourself. We'll link to the Joe Dispenza book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, below, and Becoming Supernatural. Great books we've mentioned before. And a lot of this is built on, and other books, we're just learning, and we're standing on the shoulders of other people here and blending it with what we know and like, and teaching it in our way. And that's what you can do. A lot of this stuff's not new, but I'm bringing it in my way, combining it with my passions and the tools and the business side and the freedom elements. So I'd urge you to start doing that. Just wake up every morning and start thinking differently. Write down what you want for your life. Write down what you can bring. Write down what you can offer. Write down something new you're going to do every day, and then just do it. Today I'm going to pick up a different book, start making notes and learning about that topic. Even though I'm reading many other books at the same time, I'm going to choose this new book. Finished one yesterday, so there's room for another one. So yes, education. If I'm going to successfully teach people how to master their life, how to have a better life, there's going to have to be a journey with this. So I've come up with a bit of an acronym. An acronym, 6 parts for LifeMaster. And the idea of this is people can come to the LifeMaster website, lifemaster.io. They can join a free community of like-minded people where we'll hold this information as well, and then people can talk, get advice, help, and discuss some of the topics. But then we'll have a link to a free mini course, which will be 6 parts. So I'm using the acronym EVOLVE, EVOLVE, and this is going to be the journey that people take to start on the free mini course to really get things moving, to shake things up, to get life moving in the way that you want it to do, to get all the past sorted, to get the present organized and efficient, to start designing the future. Said before, like if you're going to build a house on some land, you're going to have to clear away the rubbish beforehand and start with a nice foundation before you start building the structure. So the kind of cleaning away the rubbish and the foundations are really the cleaning away the rubbish is like the past, building the foundations is the present, and then that allows us to build the house of our dreams in the future. So it's still a work in progress. This is all a work in progress. This is not perfect. And, you know, we all have an ego where we want to appear perfect, that we know it all, that we're, you know, we're not wrong. But when you learn to observe your own ego in different scenarios in life, it allows you to kind of ascend above that. And, you know, sometimes in a debate or an argument, if you're quick to defend, or somebody's quick to defend immediately without even thinking, that's the ego responding. That's like, no, I will not be wrong. I am right. But if you can learn to observe that without responding immediately and be like, I would have said that, but let's take this in, and you can respond in a much better way. You might not be right. There might be good points to listen here, but you don't want to be closed off. More on that in future bits. So yeah, evolve. 6 parts, Life Master. First one, E, evaluate current life balance. Evaluate your current life balance. We all went through this on step 1, where this is where you take some paper and you 5 A4 sheets, and you write the headings of each one of the departments. Health, people, work, finances, evolution, on each one of those sheets. And you put down all the things that need to be sorted, you want to do, you've got problems with, that need rectifying, that need a system, everything. Just spill it all out of your head. And what you'll then start to see is some of the lists might be a lot longer than the others. I did this with somebody a while back, and their work list was just like 5 times bigger than any of the other lists. So it was obvious that the work category was massively pulling on everything else. And yeah, the other lists were, and other areas of life were lacking in energy because it was just being consumed by the work side of things, which is common. So evaluating your current life balance, you need to know where you're at before you can go anywhere. So it's about taking stock of where we're at, really bringing everything to the surface. And this first stage will probably get uncomfortable because there might be unsaid things. There might be relationships, there might be finances swept under the carpet, jobs that have just been lingering. You know, those jobs that are just lingering, gnawing away at you, and then you mentally sweep them under the carpet. You go like, oh, we'll ignore that. It's just not good for you because it's still in there. It's still taking up mental capacity. You can't sweep it under the rug forever. Bring it all up, because we're going to get them sorted and get them done, and have a system so things like that never happen again. You don't want to be doing that. You just want to be clearing the decks all the time. So next, V, visualize your ideal life. This is where we take a step back and we go, right, let's forget where we're at and where we've been. What the hell do we want our life to be like in these areas? What do we want our health to look like? How do we want to feel? How do we want our body to look like? How do we want our mind to be operating? How do we want our energy levels to be? What do we want our nutrition to be? Let's define that. Let's write it down. You don't know where you're going unless you write this stuff down. Evolution, what experiences do we want to be doing? What learning do we want to be doing? Education, books. What new things do we want to be doing to push our lives forward? Let's write those down. Holidays, experiences, walks, just meeting new people, workshops, everything, all the new things. What do we want to do? Because we're going to make time for that and not let that fall to the bottom of the pile, or any of these things fall to the bottom of the pile. It's equal energy to all of these departments. We've said the 168 hours per week. Take off the 56 for sleep. You've got 112 hours left. Divide by the 5 departments. It's 22 hours each for each of these departments. So 22 hours work. That's it, people. None of this 40 hours a week nonsense. So yeah, visualizing your ideal life. Again, these 5 departments, write down and define everything. So we've done the health, evolution, finances. What do you want your income to be? Define your outgoings. What do you want your net worth to be? Define what investments you want to do, your liabilities, write it all down as a map, a blueprint of where you want to be going. We can't get there unless we define it. You've got to really get into the detail and write this down. How much spare money do you want a month to then link in with the evolution of the experiences and the holidays? These departments, they're separate, but they obviously all link together. People. What people do you want in your life? What time do you want to be able to give to them? What time do you want to be able to give to your family around you, your partner? What do you want to be able to give to your partner and do with your partner? What do you want to do with your friends, your contacts? What type of people do you want to meet? Who do you want to bring into your life? Who do you want to remove? Define it. What section is left? Your work. Okay, what projects do you want to be doing? Where do you want to go with your job? Do you want a job? Do you want to open some businesses? Do you want to do some charitable work? What projects do you want to be working on and make happen? What do you want to explore? What businesses, etc., etc., etc. So, organize your current life. This is where we'll be using some tech software to bring everything from the evaluation side into a system, everything that you need to absorb from the past, everything that needs to happen in the present, and then combine that with everything that you want to happen in the future. And this system brings it all together to keep you super organized and on track with making sure all the past and present is always organized and sorted, but you're always moving towards your future ideal life. L, leverage your time. So the organizing will be starting to leverage your time, because you'll start to become more efficient. You'll start to have more mental capacity. You'll start to have more time and energy to balance and put into these areas. Great. But then we're going to take it to the next level with leveraging your time with automation, semi-automation, outsourcing, and working intelligently and smartly and using tech to bring all these together and make things happen, especially if you're in a job and you don't have much time. If we can start to carve out a few hours a day, pretty soon you can then start to open a business, open another business, start investing, have more money, have more pots, have more freedom, etc., etc. So that's where we're going to take the time element to the next level. V, the V in the last E, I'm still a bit unsure of, but V at the minute, we've got value uncertainty. The great work of your life book on life purpose, the best book I've read on life purpose, the quote, you should always be riding the wave of uncertainty. So you should be with this system and having this picture of where you want to be going. Life should become a bit more uncertain, but that's a good thing. That's a good thing. It should be a bit scary. It should be a bit uncertain. It should be a bit unknown. And the reason most people don't go for all this change is because they get comfortable. They're like, this is it. This is what I do. This is what happens every day. I'm safe. Yeah. But then people aren't as happy as they could be, and, as free, and all these options and amazing things that you could do. So it's valuing uncertainty to ensure that you are pushing yourself, welcoming being uncomfortable, welcoming uncertainty. So I still quite like V. We'll probably keep that. It's the last E I'm really not sure of. We've got 4 options for that. Exercise, flow, evolve continually, expand your future, expand and contract. It's the second E, you see. I just don't know. We need a nice finish though, don't we? Exercise, flow. Yeah, that was the one of the 4 I did like. I'm still not 100%, but all this might sound a little regimented, systems, software, tech, it just might sound like a little bit like you plug into the mainframe cyborg computer. And in a way you kind of are. There is some tech, there is some work to do, and it is a bit systemized with the tech. But I know I can wake up every day, look at my LifeMaster software and I know, grey bin's out today. I've got a meeting at 10. I've got this video to do. I've got Flavor Tales, Nonco to do. I've got a few other little jobs to do. So I've ticked off a load of those jobs. I know what's upcoming because then I'll look over the next 5 days. I feel in control of everything that needs to happen all of the time. So then I have as much free time as possible throughout the day to exercise flow, to flow into whatever I feel like doing. So it seems the way that my life is going, I'm getting most of this stuff done in the morning. So then afternoons and evenings are just free to exercise flow. So that's the idea. So I guess this last point is about balancing out, this the regimented stuff, which we need to be organized. We need to be told and have a system for things to do, calendars, collaborations, documents, decisions, deadlines, work projects, etc. So, but the idea of that is so you've got as much time as possible to be free, to flow, to enjoy life, And it's quite amazing when you have that, because then you're just like, you feel great because you're in control of everything, you've got everything done, and then you're just like, what do I do? And it's quite interesting then what comes in, because the mind's free. You're just, and you get inspiration, you get to just sit down, do nothing, read a book, enjoy time with other people around you. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. So it's a balance. We need to have this organization in tech so we can have all this freedom and free time. So that's 15 minutes. Wow. Day 40, non-conformity company, LifeMaster. That's the 6-part journey. See you tomorrow.